Good morning. I would like to talk this morning about the field of the heart. The heart is an organ of consciousness. It is an alive, sensing center of awareness. Contrary to the cultural assumption that consciousness is located exclusively in the head, the heart is an important and crucial locus of awareness. Many older cultures through time have made this important discovery. The consciousness in the heart has a very different quality than that of the head. It is warm and intimate, unlike the dry and cool, sometimes cold, analytical consciousness of the head. It is emotional and intuitive. It tends to see things in their wholeness, in their depth. It is much more likely to see into the heart of things than the head. Our culture is fixated on the head. We assume that the head, and only the head, rules the organism. For the most part, the cultural complex entirely overlooks the importance of the functions of the heart. Although our language contains some archaic remnants that imply the importance of the heart, for example, the heart's desire and the heart of the matter, for the most part we are entirely unaware of the important roles that the heart plays as we live out our lives. Its truth and its reality are unconscious, outside of our framework and our worldview, in spite of the fact that in living our everyday lives, we continually shift between the conscious field of the mind and the conscious field of the heart. The heart is the first organ to form in the human fetus. Initially, the fetus is a flat pancake of protoplasm, divided into 3 layers. Those layers will eventually develop into all the organs and tissues of the body. At 22 days, the heart spontaneously starts to beat in the middle layer. This happens before there are chambers or a circulatory system to pump blood through. The fetus has caught the pulse of the universe in its forming tissues. Thereafter, this oscillating, contracting, and relaxing pulse will carry the human being through life. When it stops, physical life is over. From this perspective, it appears that the heart is the interface between the consciousness of the human organism and the invisible, living, and conscious being that is the cosmos. Science tells us that the heart is much more powerful than the mind. It generates an electromagnetic field that can be measured 15 feet away in every direction. That field is more than 60 times as powerful as the field generated by the brain. There are many more neural pathways running from the heart to the brain than from the brain to the heart. The heart is our true center. Our cells, organs, and even our mind resonate with the orchestration of the heart. It is the abode of the soul. The field of the heart has special qualities. It softens the harshness of reality. It deepens experience. It perceives beauty. It is the reservoir of meaning. It is the generator of all feelings of wonder, awe, and sacredness. It opens a portal to perception of being and to majesty, sublimity, and mystery. It enlarges and deepens our lives. It bathes each of us in our own unique electromagnetic and spiritual field of livingness. If we are aware of these personal fields, they can be perceived in another person as the intangible, striking individuality and uniqueness of the other. We pick up the characteristics of the other not only with our minds, but also with our hearts. The field of the heart changes perception. When we are looking at reality from our head, it appears separate, hard, and harsh. When we look at the same reality from the heart, it appears miraculous, stunningly beautiful, and possessed of limitless depth. The adepts of all the wisdom traditions all over the earth have talked about the love of the universe. This experience is presented as the highest attainment of spiritual development. This is not the love that humans commonly experience, a love that is based primarily on attraction and allure. It is something much larger, deeper, richer, and more subtle. It is closer to wonder, beauty, purity, awe, and connection than to human love. In fact, this perception of universal love arises from the heart, from perceiving reality from the field of the heart rather than from the head. The same reality is out there, but perceived from the field of the heart. It is a brand new cosmos. To some extent, we can move ourselves into the heart at will. The first prerequisite is to know about the field of the heart and the states and perceptions that it enables. The second step is to will one's consciousness to move down into the heart and perceive from there. This process is called mentation by the Sufis, and it is a practice that deepens with repetition and diligent spiritual work. To mentate reality is to perceive from the heart rather than from the head. If we pay close attention as we do this, we can observe a shift in consciousness and perception, the arising of a new perspective with regard to the problem or situation that we are contemplating. There will be a larger framework, more understanding, and more compassion for all parties involved. We seem to be evolving rapidly out of the separateness in which we have been trapped for the past 400 years. Perhaps, as a result of that evolution, we will liberate ourselves also from the tyranny of the head. We might come to realize that the heart is our portal to being itself, the nexus between the microcosm that is us and the macrocosm that is the universe. We might come to a deeper understanding of the place of the heart in our lives and its central role in generating kindness and compassion for other humans and for our animal sojourners on earth. We might then find ourselves in a new world, a better world to live in, with a brighter future.